I just thought I was
I
going to
think
hear.
that's a good choice.
Back.
Actually, I think you're pretty
But you
lucky
should
to
be able
get
to come
Chase
back
at
and
4.
get Burrow later.
Yep.
Hey, Jeff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Jeff, do you remember last year when you razzed me mercilessly for having 39 teams?
I still don't understand how you have 100.
I didn't understand the drug addiction. I don't think that I did it because I wanted to be able to talk about it, but I really think I'm truly addicted to.
I think it's
drafting
spiraled
teams.
out of control.
I think I'm addicted to drafting teams. Like I want to outdo
that.
the dudes that are here, and I'm like, oh, you took such and such.
The first step is
DFS.
always to admit that you are powerless against your addiction.
Oh, I am.
All right, so Ferg, back to the question at hand. Tell me about Kelsey. Tell us what's going on.
All right, so my plan for Kelsey, basically, it's week 1. I'm not in panic mode on week 1. They say it's not an ACL. It's Thursday night. I feel like if it was a Sunday game, he'd play anyway. So it's either if I have a Cole Kmet or somebody on the roster, I play him. If I don't, and I'm not gonna get Gray or anybody like that, I'm not dropping anybody because it's week 1. I feel like when I drop somebody, that's like, why the point did I draft him anyway? I don't know what I'm doing. I shouldn't have dropped. So I'll just take the L. It's all right. It's week 1.
It is. I mean, Jeff,
you can win a championship at 7-7. So I'll
yeah.
just take week 1.
It's 1 week. Even if Kelsey's out for 3 weeks and you go 0-3, you still have 12 more games. So
hey, look,
the thing about Kelsey is even if you're out, he's out for 3 weeks. Somebody's still gonna try to trade him. Somebody just offered me like 5 dudes for Kelsey anyway. Right now, trying to take advantage.
You remember 2 years ago in Hoofnagel when I was 0-3 and I won 10 straight. I beat you twice in the last like 3 weeks to do that. And so it can happen. It can definitely be done. And Kelsey's a guy that can bring you to that. Right. So they said it's a hyperextension. Is that
hyperextension, knee inflammation, nothing wrong with the ACL, just day to day.
They said I remember the text from you earlier, though. The text from you earlier was, I'm pretty sure the ACL's intact.
That it's intact. But McVay in the press conference today said everything was structurally sound.
Okay.
He just has some swelling, and they're going to hold him out this week. And we will reevaluate on Tuesday of next week.
You were not happy about the pretty sure comment.
If he said ACL, then those are all tithes and donations to those leagues. Then there's no way to recover when you lose your first round pick.
No, that's really
first
tough.
And second. Because there are leagues that I have Kelsey and Cup at
that
first
was like
and second.
Jonathan Taylor last year was awful.
So Lauren, tell us when your next pick comes up and what your options are. Keep us updated with this live stuff. All right. So I wanna mention this next. If you want to say anything else about Kelsey, that's cool. We can definitely mix that in with this news. Cooper Kupp has been ruled out officially for the first game, and tying a little bit of fantasy in this, I had Cooper Kupp in the second round of my most important league, which is the Hoofnagel draft. I thought I got a steal with the second pick in the second round for Cooper Kupp, but turns out we don't know.
Turns out we bought some overpriced goods from knockoffs from China.
Who has something to say about this Cooper Kupp situation?
I have nothing to say about Cooper Kupp.
I mean,
I should know better.
I mean, you really can't be too surprised that a guy who is already 30 plus missed half of last year with lower leg problems.
Yeah.
Wide receivers, listen, they can go to age 38, 39, 40 with no problem if they're staying healthy. If you're Jerry Rice or Calvin Johnson, I mean, those guys never got hurt. So
Calvin Johnson retired when he was like,
but they also jumped out of the league when they were like 29.
Exactly.
So we never saw their cliff fall.
Yeah. So, but when wide receivers go plus 30, when you start having problems with your legs, ankles, hamstrings, thighs, groins, whatever, like right now, George Kittle has an abductor injury. For those of you who don't know the technical, he stretched out his dick. It's a groin pull. It's basically what it is.
That's a thing.
He's 28. Yeah,
no,
it
is
a thing because basically he's talking about coming back this week. LeBron sat out for 2.5 months with that same injury.
Yeah, I mean, the point is like with Cooper Kupp, you're not too afraid or you're not too surprised. He is
It
plus
still
30.
hurts my
He has been
it
hurt.
hurts my feelings.
Commish, aren't
I'm
you glad we
sure.
have our own channel
Oh,
now?
absolutely. And you know what? I actually looked
Glad
at.
we have our own channel.
I looked through I only have 19 fantasy leagues this year, so I cut it.
Wow,
Mm.
you cut down quite
You're
a
in
few.
rehab. You've been to Betty
I
Ford.
cut,
Right?
I cut it. So I actually have Kelsey in 13 of those 19 leagues. So that's hurting a
Yikes.
little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't think I had any shares of Cooper Kupp. I didn't remember drafting him at all.
Yeesh.
I had him in 5 leagues.
Were you able to get Higbee or something like that to replace Kelsey for the time being?
So I'm one of those people that if I'm drafting a tight end high, somewhere in the mid rounds, I'm drafting my tight end backup. I want somebody who's serviceable, not necessarily in case they get hurt, but the tight end, like the running back position, is so fickle. Once you get past like those first 4 or 5, it's nothing. So in a lot of those leagues, I have Kelsey plus Goddard, or Kelsey plus Njoku, or Kelsey plus Engram. So I've got somebody else that I could put in there for week 1, but it's not something that you want to do long term. Cup, I've gotten lucky as well. A lot of my Cup leagues, I have a Michael Thomas sitting on the bench, or a Mike Evans sitting on the bench, or a Rashad Bateman, somebody that you can plug in for hopefully just a week.
Rashad Bateman's hurt too all the time, man. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Again, we just need 1 week. We need
Right,
1
just-
week out of you.
Just need 1 week.
You do get paid to do this. Can you show up for 1 week? It's the
For
first
1
week.
week.
It's not cold.
Listen,
we don't
Keenan
need you to
Allen,
make the playoffs. We just need 1 week.
Last year, Keenan
take the
Allen
most
pulled his hamstring week 1 and didn't come
Yep.
back till like week 11. Meanwhile, Brian Robinson got shot and came back in 5 weeks. I mean,
Well,
Hey, bro, Brian
Allen-
Robinson got
Keenan Allen's
shot
from
and came back in
Greensboro,
5
so
weeks,
that's-
and
that's solid.
Michael Thomas's toe has taken
Yeah.
2
still
years.
hurts.
All right,
Still
it's about
hurts.
my turn again. I'm gonna
All right.
go running back.
All right, so what you looking at? What kind
I'm
of
looking
what
at-
choices?
I'm going to get Mixon, ETN. I don't want Najee Harris, Jamari Gibbs, Aaron
Ooh.
Jones, Ramondre.
Ooh.
I kind of like Joe Mixon.
I like
Joe
Ramondre.
Mixon or Gibbs.
ETN,
I like Ramondre.
ETN, hands down. There is
No, not a
ETN,
chance.
I don't.
Ramondre is going to get vultured by Zeke every once in a
No,
while.
you
There is
need
Joe
nobody
Mixon
else.
doesn't have anyone.
no. You need Gibbs.
But I
you
think
need,
Ramondre gets burnt out. I think he gets
you need
300
Gibbs or
touches, though.
Mixon. Lauren.
ETN.
Mixon's getting the.
I don't
the
like rookie
load.
running backs.
I don't
That's
even
what it is.
know who else is in
Jack.
Cincinnati. They took P right now. If I can
Well,
get Joe,
No, Joe is the pick, or Jameer Gibbs.
yeah,
That's
as long as Joe doesn't go to jail.
yeah. No, he's not. They already.
If I could
fixed
get
that.
if I could get Jamari Gibbs on the flip, which I doubt,
I
but
doubt.
we'll try.
We should
Yeah.
make a side bet
That
on Lamar.
or
Yeah.
nobody's actually
I
picking
believe-
to take
I
Patrick.
really believe
I don't like
Stevenson's going to
taking
come out
Patrick
better.
Mahomes, but he's still on the board.
Josh
Yeah.
Why
Allen.
would Patrick Mahomes still be on the board? Is this a super flex?
No,
Can't be.
Oh,
No.
okay. Okay.
Can't
okay.
be.
I was
I
going
was
to take
gonna
a
say,
quarterback
okay.
in the 3rd round, but we'll see who comes up. So, all right.
If
so I'm
Mahomes is there in the 3rd round, snag him.
So what are you doing?
I will. Joe Mixon.
I would do Mixon. Yeah, that's a good pick. All right, let us know when it's your next pick. All right, so the next piece of news, Merrill, we're going to let you take this one, man, because this is the first time you heard this news is when you first logged on and started talking to us. Let's talk about Joey Bosa
Nick Bosa.
and how much money this dude just got. So
Unbelievable.
you were just told. Let's tell it to the people. So 5 years, $170 million, $122 million of that is guaranteed for a defensive end.
How many years?
5,
5. Wow. So what's the average?
A lot.
34.0.
35,
34.
How much more is that over Aaron Donald?
4 million more
that's a
a
good
year.
question.
I mean,
Aaron Donald makes 31 million a year.
Okay,
Okay.
so
3 million.
so
That's right.
3
Okay.
million, $3 million a year more.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
the next one up. You know how it works. It's basically whoever the next, kind of close to that tier is up
Well,
for a deal. They're supposed to get more.
That's what I was about to say. Didn't Ferg say this earlier? Micah Parsons rubbing his hands together. Looking
TJ
at
Watt.
He's about
TJ
to
Watt.
be
bumping his
40.
head.
Didn't- Now I was looking. Did TJ Watt just get paid like 2 years ago?
I think so.
Did he?
He
Did
got paid right before he won the
He
Player
wants
of the
to
Year,
restructure
which is
that.
how he's going to want to restructure.
Everybody
restructure.
wants to restructure their contract.
Him, it's between Micah Parsons. I don't know what he's going to end up getting as a Miami guy, but Christian Wilkins got to be salivating now to see Bosa
Bruh.
get that kind of money.
He's a nice
Uh,
player.
I
Well, so
really
on
think
the-
I can't believe they gave Bosa that
That's
money. I really
insane.
thought they was going to end up trading him to New York in the middle of the day. I thought he would
Mm.
go for Quentin Williams and those 2 picks, but apparently John Lynch has much bigger balls than we do. I feel like John Lynch is already on the phone with his realtor though, getting ready
Right.
for January. Because if that goes badly between that Trey Lance and giving this dude $30 million, if he gets hurt, it's over. It's
So
over. in
Bosa
seconds.
tends to get hurt,
He
but
does tend to get hurt.
But bro,
Not
when
for
he's on the
35 mil.
field, man, it is a different story. He's like
Yes.
the Aaron Donald. He's like the Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? He's those. He's that guy. He's the TJ Watt. He's the JJ Watt from back in the day.
I'm the 49ers. Seems to me like you should have took some of that $35 million and got a better backup quarterback. Than
Oh
that.
yeah, no, then
Sam Darnold. After
Yeah.
what you just went through last year,
Yeah.
you should have been invested in the quarterback market.
Yeah, I mean, but they did invest a hell of a lot of money in McCaffrey, which was well deserved,
Yeah,
and
that's
it will
for-
be
that's for
well
9
used.
games.
Sure.
That's for 9
And-
games.
And they have Debo and Brandon Ayuk, right? So hopefully they can make it work on the offensive end where the defense doesn't have to be on the field that much because they
This is
run the
Debo's
ball a lot.
last year under contract.
Hey, bro, he's gonna
Debo's-
go
He's a
ham.
free agent.
All right,
He's
so
gonna
almost
go
my turn
ham.
again. I might be able to get Lamar or
Okay,
do
what are the best available?
I don't necessarily just do you like stacking because Joe's
No.
available.
Then yeah,
Yeah.
like-
Who have you draft? Wait a minute. Who have you
I
drafted?
mean,
so
if
far?
you drafted Chase,
Well, but then I have Joe Mixon also.
oh
He's gonna have a
yeah, no,
Cincinnati.
you can't do that.
oh,
So
you took
yeah.
Mixon too? See, that's why I said
Lamar's
take
the guy
ETN.
if
Hey,
he's
Merrill.
still there.
He has Joe Mixon and Jamar Chase right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. Don't
Don't
Don't-
get
I
burned.
mean,
Don't
normally
get
I
burned.
would be against that, but I'm
Lamar.
not going to pass up Burrow
Lamar if he's there.
if
Wait,
somebody
Lamar.
else better is not there.
wait.
Lamar.
But
Wait,
Lauren, let me ask you.
Lamar.
What about Herbert?
Nah, he's
What
there.
about
But
him?
Okay.
Draft
Hey,
Lamar.
Lauren, let me ask you a question. Who's
Either
the
get
wide
a
receivers
running,
and the
either
running back?
either get a running
Who's what?
quarterback or just pass and wait on quarterback.
Who are the
Wait on
receivers and
quarterback.
running backs that are out there?
all right, let's see. Running
Is
backs,
Mark
we
Andrews
got
there?
ETN, Harris, Jamari Gibbs.
Jameer
Somebody
Gibbs
wants
is still
Jameer
there.
Gibbs. Sorry.
Not going
Yeah.
to
Gibbs is
be
still there?
good.
Wait a minute,
If
Yeah.
Gibbs
I'm
is still
telling
there,
you,
you take
he's
Gibbs.
What
not
type of league
going
is
to
this
be
that Gibbs is
good.
available in the third round?
This
Kangaroo
is Smith's
Court.
work league.
Hey,
Ken,
Lauren,
this
if
gotta be
Jameer
Ken.
Gibbs is there, you take Gibbs.
Got
Don't
it.
take Gibbs.
That's the pick.
Yeah,
take
that's the
Gibbs.
pick.
That's
I'm
the
writing
pick.
that down
There's no
so
way
I
he's
can
not
come back
gonna
and
be
talk
here.
about this later.
I don't know what they're doing. They're to some. I don't know what they're doing.
All I'm saying is if he's
Ramondre
there, you got to take him.
Stevenson?
So, all right.
Because-
So, hold on. Let's jump ahead. We're
So,
going to
because,
jump
Lauren,
ahead for a
you
second
can
because
get
this,
a Kirk
this
Cousins
is
or Derek.
pertinent to me. We're going to jump ahead right
Jameer
here.
Gibbs is
Are
mine.
you saying if you're telling her to take Gibbs right now, is Gibbs your pick for
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year
Yes.
right now? That's your pick
Offensive
No.
Rookie of the Year.
No,
because you told her to pass on Bijan, but we're taking Gibbs.
Robinson.
Robinson.
I'm going Gibbs.
He's
I
gone
like
already.
Jameer. I like Jameer.
He was too early to take. You don't take him at 4.
He was
Yeah.
too early for Detroit to take at 15, and he's too early to take there.
Yeah.
I
He's
just
an
don't like Gibbs.
unknown. Like
I
Yeah,
hope
but
to be
when you have
wrong,
your
but
offense,
Alabama running backs have not been turning out.
when you
well,
have your
especially not
offensive
Derrick Henry.
coordinator, guys, when you
Not
have your
that early.
offensive coordinator coming out and saying we're going to use him in unique ways that nobody has ever thought about,
That
he's saying
sounds-
something. What he's saying is we have David Montgomery, and David Montgomery is our bell cow back. He's not
Right.
going to be. He's going to be our third down, our little gadget guy.
He
He's our.
gets hurt though.
He is the
This dude is-
2023
This is
David
Cordell
Meggett.
Stewart. This
You
is
don't
Meggett.
take a running back in the first round and make him a gadget guy.
No.
That's not true.
No,
Also,
look, Lauren.
Montgomery.
but Lauren
They
got
say
you-
they're not.
Lauren
but I
got
think
Gibbs in the
sometimes
third
when
round.
you get these dudes in
Yeah,
the camp
yeah. This was
and you
third round.
realize
Third
that
round, you
failed,
take.
I think it's just like Tua and most of these other guys. You get these
Look.
Alabama dudes in the camp and you figure out that it's the collective that is great and that individually, other than the defensive dudes, they might not be that great.
Except for wide
Alabama to me
receiver.
seems like
Just
a lot of
wait.
receivers different, but they
Wide
seem a
receivers
lot.
different.
Alabama is the new USC from the 90s.
All
where
right.
They had 11 All-Americans every year, but those
Yes.
dudes got drafted and they all turned out to be Matt Liner
Okay.
and down or worse
So-
than Liner.
So here
Josh
is a
Rosen.
perfect transition. So to the last piece in the news kind of segment is tomorrow's game. So we got the Chiefs and the Lions.
I
So
don't understand why they picked the Lions to do that. Like,
look, because
The Lions are up and coming.
Because you
Yeah,
guys love
they
the
are.
Lions.
but
They
it's
are.
like I already know. Like, you know who's going to win the game, so it's just
No,
like
you don't.
They love the
don't.
Lions.
You
but
don't
they
know.
can't-
You don't know.
Not without Kelsey.
I don't
you
think I
don't
know
know
right
shit.
now.
You don't know.
there's no way Kansas City loses that game.
I
Well,
think that's
it was
false.
unfair to run the Eagles back out to Kansas City after the like they normally used to do when you got a Super Bowl
Right.
rematch,
Yeah.
but they saved that for like Monday night in
Yeah.
December or something like that. It's
Week
like
10,
Eagles. Eagles
10.
Chiefs or something like that.
Both
So-
of them have a bye week 9, and they meet.
Oh, that
week
makes
10.
sense.
Now, if anything, you could have gave me Chiefs Bengals
Yeah, something
because
like
they
that.
hate each other. They do hate each other.
Yes,
but that's
yes,
kind of
yeah.
early for that game.
They wanted
And
to
I
go NFC,
prefer-
AFC
That's too
though.
early.
Yeah.
for the
You want
opening.
the champ to be able to play somebody that they should be
Should be.
favored against, but not.
But I
blow
like
out.
the idea of when it was on, when it was still ABC football, really,
Yeah.
not ESPN, but ABC football,
Yeah.
and it was Super Bowl rematch every year,
Yeah, that's
Or
too
On
much.
Monday night.
championship game rematch, at least.
or at least championship game
All right.
rematch.
Yeah,
plenty,
that's what I thought.
plenty Dallas Giants. You could have gave me Dallas Giants. So
Dallas and Giants
real,
meet week 1 every year, though.
yeah. Give me Dallas Giants on Thursday night as a kickoff.
No, that's the Sunday night game.
I don't
all right,
know
so-
about Lions.
So
I think they
the-
realize that people are going to watch no matter what, right?
Yep.
So it
So,
doesn't matter
pretty
who's the
much.
Could have
matchup.
gave you Panthers Lions, and we still would
pretty
watch.
much. So
Still
the
right.
over under for the game is 52.5. The line is now 4.5. Since the Kelsey news, it moved 2 points from 6.5 to 4.5.
What did I tell you earlier? Don't worry about Kelsey.
Don't be surprised if Detroit wins that game.
I'm
Don't be
not
surprised.
surprised at all, bro.
Not
Like I would
surprised
not
at
be
all.
surprised in the least.
I
bit.
honestly don't care if Detroit wins. I just need Patrick to go for 397.
It's in
before
Kansas
touchdown.
City?
That's all I
It is
really care
Kansas
about.
City, yeah, it's in
I don't
Kansas
really care about nothing else.
It's all fantasy.
So,
it's all fantasy.
So I was listening
Yeah,
to. I was
We
listening
have gotten to
to
the point where if it's not a Miami score,
Yeah.
I really don't care. I just need to know what my fantasy dude did.
Well, look, I
That's
was
all I
listening,
care about.
I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they were talking about this game, and they said that if the Lions win this game, Chandler Jones is going to fly in his helicopter, asking for another vault to put the rest of his money in, and they're about to give him.
Yeah.
Chris Jones?
Oh, Chris Jones, sorry, he's the holdout. That's making everything kind of. He's the Joey Bosa.
So
Yeah.
what if the Chiefs? What if the Chiefs win, and Gibbs and Montgomery, the run gets shut down? Does that mean Chris Jones shows up tomorrow? Now he's ready to play now because we win and don't need you.
He's still going to get his bank.
What backs are the Chiefs going to see in the first week or so, first month or so of the season? Going to be better than what the Lions are going to trot out there. night.
I don't know. I don't know who they play.
So
let's see. I'll check that out. I'll look. You got the Chiefs schedule?
What incentive
looking
does
at the
he have
games.
to come back and play?
He
if he's
doesn't
not-
until week 8. He
Yeah,
wants to get
why
his
come-
year of credit. He has no incentive.
There's
All
no
right.
incentive to come back.
So
Public
here's his running
opinion
backs that he's
changes
gonna
real
face.
quick if they win without you.
Here's the running backs he's facing. He's facing Jameer
Okay,
Gibbs
he
and
doesn't care
David
about that. He care
Montgomery.
about getting paid. He's already won the Super Bowl. He wants money.
You
Yep.
think they
And
do.
then this week 2, he's got Travis Etienne. Week 3, he's got Khalil Herbert.
Yeah.
Week 4, he's got either Dalvin Cook or Brees Hall or a combination of the two. And then he's got Alexander Madison, and then Javonte Williams, and then
So if I'm
then Austin
Andy
Eckler.
Reid and them, who really cares about the defense? Which one of them are going to outscore the Chiefs if they get Kelsey back?
Mm.
Which one of those teams are going to outscore them?
Jacksonville.
You sure?
Yeah.
I like
Are we sure?
Jacksonville.
I like
Jacksonville
Jacksonville too.
Jacksonville looks really
Is
good.
Jacksonville
Detroit can do
good,
it too.
or are we overhyping Jacksonville because they walked the boys
WP,
down
No.
by 25?
Yeah.
I feel like
I feel like
the
we're a
Chiefs
victim
barely.
of the moment.
I feel like the Chiefs barely beat Jacksonville in the playoffs.
They did
It was like
barely.
24-13 or something.
And
It was close.
They barely beat them.
Yeah, no, it was.
Was Mahomes hurt though?
No,
Mahomes got hurt. Yep.
he got
did get
hurt.
hurt.
Back in.
He's hurting
Chase
Super Bowl.
Daniel played the
Chase
second
Daniel
half
played in that game.
of that game.
A healthy Mahomes runs damn Travis Lawrence and them out of that damn stadium.
Trevor
And you know
Lawrence.
that.
Maybe.
Trevor Lawrence.
Last year.
We'll see.
Last
We'll
year.
see.
I
Last
don't
year.
know.
This year.
All right, I'm almost up, and I'm.
We all on the
quarterbacks
sunshine
are
boat.
now
Everybody's on the
Herbert or
sunshine
Fields.
boat this year.
Herbert and who?
I was thinking Herbert or Fields.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Trevor Lawrence is gonna have an unbelievable
Is
year.
Trevor Lawrence still there too? Because that could be a pick, but you don't like Trevor Lawrence.
I don't mind him. I had him last
doesn't
year.
like-
No, you got to go. You got to go
he's
Herbert.
in there.
You got to go Herbert.
Yeah.
I like
Still there.
Fields here. I like
Why are we
Fields.
going?
You're
why-
gonna
why are
take
we-
Khalil
why are
Herbert
we
before
drafting
Justin
quarterback?
Fields?
Why are we drafting quarterback? If it's not Hurts or Mahomes or Allen or
Yeah,
Because
I
Jackson
don't know
after
we
this,
need.
or
it's gonna,
Fields,
Why
why
not
are we
Herbert?
drafting
Fields
quarterbacks?
But
I could
Fields is
probably get-
available.
I
Take
could probably
Fields
get
here.
Trevor Lawrence on the flip. I will probably lose Justin Herbert though.
Fields is
But
there, Meryl.
How
She
many
can draft
teams
Fields.
are
Yeah,
in
get
this league?
Fields.
Get
You don't draft quarterbacks early unless it's a running quarterback or Mahomes.
Yeah, no, the Fields is here.
So
Yeah.
grab Justin
Yeah,
Fields,
you
in.
take
Grab
Justin
Fields.
and then who's like you need a wide receiver, right?
Now,
Justin
After that.
yeah.
Fields is
So when
your
it
running back.
flips, I got Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
I don't want Christian Watson. DeAndre Hopkins, Chris
Yes.
Godwin, DeAndre
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
DJ Moore.
Yes to
Yes.
all of that.
Oh,
Yes.
DJ Moore. DJ
Amari.
Moore's the
Yes to
pick
all
there.
of that.
Amari or DJ?
So, hold on.
Amari or
So
DJ?
These folks that take Herbert and Lawrence and
Hold on.
and they're your build would be so much better if you wait on quarterback. If
So,
it's not one of
Lauren,
those
here's what you do. If DJ Moore is there, you grab DJ Moore with the stack with Justin Fields because he's going to be great. So
Absolutely.
grab DJ Moore.
What week are the Bengals on bye though? Because now I've got
5, I think.
okay.
And you got that? You
I
taking
don't
care of
care
that?
about
Cares?
buys.
It's 1 week.
I don't
Don't
care
worry about
about
it.
buys. I'll punt
Don't
for
worry
that week.
about
I don't
buys.
care.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You can make a trade. Don't worry about buys.
Yeah,
Is
you need
DJ
to
Moore
grab.
going to do anything this year? Or is it going to be like last year?
No.
What you mean? Did he do anything?
Who?
He's going to
Last
be great.
year-
DJ Moore's never had a bad year.
He's going to be
Oh,
great.
no.
1,000
He was
yards and
terrible.
2 touchdowns every year.
No,
Fantasy,
He was
He's
terrible
not
last year. He was
it's
terrible
not a
last year.
bad year. You have to
was
to
terrible.
equate apples
He was
to
awful
oranges.
last year.
He's
He
not
was
playing
awful.
with Patrick
He was
Mahomes.
awful.
He was
awful
playing with
last
the
year.
Panthers quarterbacks.
Oh, he's gonna be good. But I'm saying last year he was bad.
He was
though.
awful
So,
last
he
year
was
because I
awful.
drafted
Yeah,
him
no.
a lot.
Did you
and I
watch the
didn't do it.
Panthers play last year?
Yes, 'cause
At
I had him.
all?
He was
Ever?
awful. I watched him last year because I had
They
DJ
were
Moore. And he's horrible.
terrible. He was the only piece of offense they had
And he
once
did
McCaffrey
nothing.
was gone. Oh
He
my
did
gosh.
nothing.
Well,
It's
it's going to
terrible.
be an interesting.
I believe we
season.
need to revive. We need to go back and look at DJ Moore last year because
He
I
was
believe
fucking
there's some
telling
DJ.
you.
There's
Go
some
look it up,
DJ
sir.
Moore hate from
Go
him
look.
taking off his helmet in that game because I
Look.
believe DJ Moore's perception is a lot different if the Panthers win that division and make the playoffs. Even as terrible as
No,
that
he
division
was
was, that was
awful
a
in
division
fantasy.
winning
He was
play
He was
that
awful.
he
He
blew
was
right there.
god awful last year.
Because I had stopped. I knew I was like using him in DFS, thinking it was gonna, and he kept getting
I'm
cheaper
not
and
saying he's a
cheaper.
bad player, but he was god awful.
He's going to be great this year.
On the
He's
Panthers,
gonna be great this year.
with
Yeah.
that terrible ass Panthers, he had 63 catches for 888 yards. He averaged 14 yards a catch and he scored 7 touchdowns. With the terrible ass Panthers.
That doesn't
You
mean
grabbed
he
There
wouldn't
are receivers that play for the Chiefs and the Chargers that didn't get these numbers. On the
Look,
Panthers.
Lauren, you grab DJ
I
Moore.
think you
there.
got to relate.
You think DJ Moore over D Hop?
Yep.
Yes.
Round 5.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
D Hop is nothing but a name.
He's
Yep.
also
Nothing but a
26
name
years
anymore.
old.
God, I wish I was
26.
26 years old.
Yeah, same.
He's
You got to go
26.
DJ Moore there. All right, so let's get back to the game. So what do you guys think is going to happen? Me personally, I think it actually could be a shootout and maybe like a 35-31 game. I'm going to go Lions. I'm going to go Lions. I'm going to
Really?
go for the upset. Yeah.
I
I'm
would
going to
love for
go.
the Lions to win. That would be so fucking cool. But
I'm going to go 20,
do it.
31, 29 on a Butker field goal to win it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Getting
Lions
specific.
are leading up until the last second.
What about
Butker
you,
wins
Lauren?
it on the field goal.
I think it's going to be Chiefs, but I feel like it's going to be like a 31-20 type situation. Yeah, I don't.
Where they just pull
I just
away at
don't
the
see,
end?
Yeah, I don't see Mahomes not coming out and like he's
I-
like Tom Brady. He figured it out. He's got some weapons. He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Clint,
Not
who do
that
you have?
I would love to see the Lions upset the Super Bowl champs. Love it.
Yeah. Oh no, I already said Lions.
Yeah, I just
Lions, what's your score?
Thir-
We're keeping track for
35-31.
next week.
35-31.
if they do it, I'll be happy. But I can't.
Commish, what is your
I
pick
endorse
for
on it.
tomorrow night?
Yeah, Commish, what you got?
24-20 Chiefs.
Wow, the low scoring affair.
And
Thursday
Ian,
night.
First
what
week
is your
jitters.
prediction for first week, Thursday night?
Who, me? Is my turn?
Ian, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Last
kind
but
of
not least.
I'm kind of with the commish here. You know, first week is never really high scoring. The starters are not getting a lot of action in the preseason. It's slow to start out. I do think the Chiefs win. I don't think it's a very high scoring game. 24-20. Yeah, I mean it's
Famous Merle.
all right, then I'll go 24-17 then. I'll change it up. I
Now
think
we're playing Price is Right. Now we're
yeah,
playing-
I think it's close. I think the Chiefs win, but I don't think it's a super high scoring game.
Yeah.
What's the over under? 52?
52.5.
52.5. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I went under.
This is going to
there,
be
so-
interesting.
Yeah.
But I do think Chiefs will win it.
Yep. All right. So now that we've taken care of that business, we talked about before in the pre-show, pre-game for us, talked about doing predictions and stuff like that. Now we did tell the people last night we were going to keep it at an hour. So we're going to keep it at an hour, which means we have 33 minutes left. So what we need to make sure we do is let's go through these divisions, right? Let's talk about them, but not get off track with this, right? So let's start in the worst division in football, which is the NFC South, right? So it's got to be the worst division in football. I don't know if anybody else does. Anybody disagree with this?
It's not. The AFC South is pretty bad. So
they're pretty bad too, but they have Jacksonville in there though.
Jacksonville,
Well,
to boost the grade point average.
Right, they have
so.
Tennessee and Jacksonville in there, right? So you got to give that. And so
Colts and Texans.
okay, so give me your winner, Ian, and why.
Out of the 4, I'm gonna go with the Saints. I'm gonna go with the Saints for 2 reasons. One, I think they have the best defense by far of 4 teams in the division. And I like Derek Carr, just because of his experience. The other quarterbacks in that division are promising. I like Desmond Ridder. I like Bryce Young. I don't even think about who the other team in that division is, so it doesn't really even matter. Bucks, Baker, whatever. Sure. Kyle Trask, thank you. So, based on experience, Derek Carr, they have the best defense. I give it to the Saints.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree. Kamish, what say you, bro? Lauren, we're going to save you for last on this one.
Wait a minute, what's the game? I'm sorry.
AFC South, give me your winner.
NFC South.
Oh,
sorry, NFC South. NFC South and why?
Oh my gosh, oh god, that division is terrible.
It's terrible.
I'm gonna go Saints. I think the Saints should win. It's just a terrible division. Tampa Bay's got the worst quarterback of all time.
All time.
Carolina's got somebody who's like 5'10". He's gonna get hurt week 10.
17 years old. Yeah.
Who's the other team in the South? Other than the Saints,
the Falcons,
the Saints, the Bucks, the Falcons.
Oh, the Falcons actually might win like 7 games. So yeah, the Falcons might go like 7-10, and the Saints will go 9-8. Yeah,
9-8. That's pretty fair.
Something like that. Yeah,
9-8 is pretty fair.
Those be the 2 teams.
Yeah.
But
listen,
yeah,
this might be one of those divisions that we all hate, where the division winner is sub 500.
Yeah.
This might be
definitely going to be sub.
And hosts a playoff game because they won the division.
Wow.
We'll talk about that in a later episode. All right, Ferg, what you got? NFC South.
Hold on one second before you go on.
Okay.
I just to let Ferg know about DJ Moore last year, because I was looking at this. He
Look at his stats.
He had two really great games. He went 4 for 103, and he had a game where he was 6 for 152. But here are some of the games where he killed you. He 0 for 0, no catches for no catches. Game 3, 1 catch for 10.
Yep.
4 catches, 3 catches for 24, 2 catches for 24
Yeah,
yards,
he's
3
awful.
catches for 7 yards, 1 catch for 2, 3 catches for 43. He had like 10 really shitty games that just screwed you.
Yeah.
So you do realize that he basically had the same numbers as every receiver that plays for the Chiefs.
But you're looking at it as an aggregate. When you have,
But I didn't draft.
I
I
have to look
I
at
didn't
it
draft
from
you.
what it, I have to look
I
at. I
didn't
didn't take
draft a
DJ Moore
Chiefs
last year.
See, I didn't
because
draft
he
a Chiefs
plays for
receiver
the
in the 4th
fucking
round.
Panthers.
Right.
But he went in the
I
3rd or
hold
4th
it
round.
against you. Like,
You're not
I don't
comparing
think,
that right, Bert.
but this
No.
is how
Jeff
I
is
look
going-
at it.
Jeff is
I
going
drafted
with
him in the
0
3rd round.
championships out of
Listen,
149
Like,
leagues.
I believe that Mina Kimes and people like that on ESPN give you terrible ass takes. I believe that the takes that you guys give us here are 10 times better than the takes that they
Absolutely.
recycle every day. But they have a $1 billion machine behind them,
Yeah.
and we have YouTube and Facebook.
Hey, Cliff,
It's all you gotta be. It's gotta be on even footing. I can't compare DJ Moore to Keenan Allen and other dudes when they play with Herbert. And these not only playing with Herbert, forget Herbert.
If
The
you draft
fuckers
him in
was
the 3rd
coached by
round,
Matt Rule. I just
doesn't
need you to
matter.
think about that for a
He
second.
went in the 3rd
Matt
round,
Rule
Bert.
was calling the plays for the
It
Panthers.
doesn't matter.
Now, if you took DJ Moore in the 3rd round last year, that is your fault. Because I'm not taking DJ Moore in the 3rd
Right.
round this year,
A lot of
and he's
people
with
did,
Justin
though.
Fields.
Yeah, a lot of people
So
did.
that
lot of
goes
people
back
did.
to the pregame conversation we had.
Yeah,
Draft your guy.
yeah.
Stop
your
looking
guy.
at ADP, doing what everybody with the
draft your
fantasy
guy.
footballers or what Matt Berry and them told you to do.
Fuck
If you
Matt
sit
Berry.
and watch the game and you believe this dude got with Jalen Hurts, he could get 75 catches a year. Justin Fields, all I'm saying, because Justin Fields is ass last year. He was ass, but we are all convinced that Justin Fields is about to be prime Cam 2015 this year,
He
based
was
on the
great
way he's
last
been
year. What are
getting
you
drafted.
talking about? He was great
Yeah,
last
he was
year.
really
As a
good.
quarterback,
What are
I'm
you
not talking about no running back. He's a running back that occasionally
He
threw
doesn't
the
matter.
ball.
It's fantasy.
Points
But
are
he
points.
But you didn't take Justin Fields in the 1st or 2nd or 3rd or 4th or 5th, 6th round last
That's
year.
why he was
So
so
you
great.
don't know. So for you to be like DJ Moore is terrible, and then
Yes.
you don't take him, and if Justin Fields, my thing is if Justin Fields is who you say he is, who the hell is he going to throw the ball to other than DJ Moore? It ain't going to be that Claypool. We've seen Claypool.
I didn't say don't take DJ Moore. I'm just saying last year he was horrible.
Dump it down to the running back.
I'll take him now.
It's got to be DJ Moore.
Yeah.
So he's got to step up.
A lot of people are just gonna have those hurt feelings from last year. Is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, last year was last year. Last year was last year. We won the title last year. You celebrated the ring. It's week one. Don't worry about last year. We're about this year.
But most people draft off emotion. I'm just saying.
Clint, if you want to speed this up, you might want to have each of us just pick a division. Like Jeff's next. Jeff.
I was gonna give my little prediction, but the commission wanted to bring us back around.
All right, what you got?
I
want to go running back.
I don't want you to let people think that DJ Moore was good last year. He just wasn't.
I'm just saying. I can't hold.
You need to go wide receiver
for the Panthers.
Hey, Lauren's got a pick. You need to go wide receiver here.
You think so? I only have 2 running backs because right now James Cook is the
running
top.
Back's trash.
Yeah, who are your top wide receivers? Because you only have one wide receiver.
Jamar Chase and DJ Moore.
Oh, you have Jamar Chase and DJ Moore. Okay, who are the tight ends out there?
Tight ends, Kyle Pitt. There's a lot. I got James Cook, Mike Evans, Mike Williams, Jonathan Taylor, Marquise Hollywood, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Isaiah Pacheco.
Take Drake.
Take Drake.
Take Drake.
You think?
Go for the upside.
That's a lottery.
Then I'm looking at my running back. I'm looking at is probably like Isaiah Pacheco.
Okay. So you have Isaiah Pacheco?
No, but I can get him on the flip.
Okay. Who else is available now?
That's your bench. That's your bye week fill-in.
James Cook.
You already have
James Cook. If I take him now, James Cook.
And then who else? Because I like James Cook. Who else?
Then I got Jonathan. Is Jonathan Taylor playing?
No.
Yeah.
Not for the first 4 weeks.
David Montgomery, Isaiah Pacheco, Dalvin Cook, Khalil.
I would have gone Monty, but you took Gibbs.
I mean, you can go. You
exactly
can go
what I
Khalil
said.
Herbert.
Exactly what I said. You should have took Monty.
I love Monty this year.
You could go Khalil Herbert or something like that. But honestly, the best player on the board is probably a wide receiver there.
So the wide receivers, I still got Mike Williams, Jerry Jeudy, Hollywood, Drake,
Mike Williams.
That's what I was thinking. You think Mike Williams over Drake?
I think so. Well, if Mike Williams or Drake, I don't know.
Yeah, Lauren,
Mike Williams over Drake.
What you want to think about is having depth at wide receiver before you worry about depth at running back. So if you can stock up on wide receivers, do that, and then worry about the running backs later.
Yep.
So I could probably get Mike and Drake then.
You see,
then who's the lower rated of the two?
Mike or Drake London.
Then take Mike first, and then Drake second.
Commissioner, I do it exactly opposite. The wide receiver position is so loaded. I will always take a third running back before I'll take a third receiver.
This is a super shallow bench too, so I can trade them.
I want that bye week. I want to cover myself with at least one running back to cover those 2 bye weeks. Hopefully they're not the same bye week.
Yeah, she can get another. She can get a running back.
But wait a minute, Ian. But in a PPR league, a target is worth more than a carry.
Absolutely.
So you want to have people who are going to have more targets.
Yeah, right. But I get that. But you can still only start so many wide receivers. And on those bye weeks, if you're left over and you're starting, Salvon Ahmed because you've lost everybody else.
That's fine.
You're losing a whole position. See,
but mathematically, the way the math works,
but we're presuming to know the scoring of Lauren's league, though. She hasn't given us the scoring information. Because there are leagues that are PPR, but dudes are getting points for carries. I'm kidding. When you're in 150 leagues, you see every kind of scoring that is possible.
Is that the case, Lauren?
There dudes getting carries, points for first down bonuses.
Take the wide receiver then.
Yeah, take the wide receiver.
I took him, but Drake bumps. Now I'm looking at. So I'm my turn again. I could take Kyle Pitts. Well, no, I don't want Kyle. No, I could take Kyle Pitts. I got Isaiah Pacheco, Monty, Hollywood.
Who are your other wide receivers out there?
Other wide receivers.
Yes, Hollywood is questionable. So is everybody.
Hollywood, Christian Kirk, Michael Pittman, George Pickens, Brandon Cooks, Cortland Sutton.
Pickens wouldn't be bad. Pickens is not a bad pick there.
But
I think it's too early.
Hold on, let's see if our viewers still here with it. RJ Harrison says Hollywood's questionable for week 1.
He is, yeah.
RJ, you're listening, hopefully, watching us on YouTube. Who should Lauren take? I know she only has a few seconds to pick. You're going to take Hollywood,
I got
Mike
2
Williams,
more ahead of me.
Drake.
So that's some time.
No, Mike Williams is already taken. Drake is
Mike
gone.
Got take. So
I took Mike Williams. Someone else.
And Drake is gone.
Yeah. So now I'm looking at Jerry
says
Jeudy,
Pitts.
Hollywood.
He said Pitts. Okay.
He says
Kyle
Pitts.
Pitts. I mean, I'm not mad at that because
The
you
people have
need
spoken.
a tight end,
Take
and he's
Pitts,
still
the
going to get
people have
1,000 yards.
spoken.
Wait, so what
Then-
other tight ends are available besides Pitts?
Fryermuth and Ingram and Njoku.
Ingram would be
I
tough.
I'm
love
not mad at Njoku this year though.
No,
I
but
need,
Ingram
I
would
need
be
to
tough.
know. I need to know RJ Harrison's resume before you taking the. I mean, no, no offense, brother, but like,
I'm
I'm
gonna tell you the limited information that I know. He does not play in any little garbage leagues like that we are participating in.
Okay.
The leagues that he is in are like $200 plus buy-ins and up.
I'm not mad at Pitts
We
because
play
he's
in a
gonna have
league
1,000
together.
yards.
That's how I know. So
Yeah.
See,
anybody that's willing to
feel
bet
like
that kind of
Pacheco's
money,
pick.
I will give you a chance to
I'm not
say
mad
what
at
it is you're
Pacheco.
saying.
either.
Pacheco, because then I got 3 and 3.
I'm not mad at that. No, Ingram is not bad. I love Ingram. I got a couple stocks in.
I bet
Ingram,
I could get Ingram on the next pick though.
I bet you probably could too. So then go wide receiver or running back here.
not before you get another.
Well,
starter.
now I took a wide receiver, so now I got to take
Starting
one.
what,
That's why
Marilyn?
I like Pacheco.
Don't draft tight ends until you get your depth at wide receiver.
I think it's the
Running
6th
back.
round.
What,
RJ
is this the sixth
what I think.
round?
This is
Sixth.
the 7th round.
7th round. Yeah,
So I'd be taking Pacheco in the 7th round out of 4.
yeah, that's fine. Pacheco in the 7th is a good pick.
If you've been in any draft with me, you know I haven't drafted a tight end before the 10th round yet.
He hasn't drafted
Unless it was
Murray's
Kelsey.
dying
If
here.
it wasn't Kelsey in the
Fifth
first,
round.
then I punt. I don't
Well,
care.
you can do Mark Andrews or Darren Waller in the 6th or 7th. You know what I'm saying? That's not a bad
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean?
Ain't no
All
way
right,
Waller's
so
still on
I
the
like Ian's idea. However, since we started out NFC South, let's just finish this off with me, Ferg, and Lauren.
right,
So let's go Ferg, NFC South real quick, and then we'll assign
Panthers.
divisions.
Panthers at 8 and 9 win the
Wow.
division.
Wow.
And Lauren.
All right,
Lauren, what you got?
got Pacheco. I mean, it's the Saints. It is who dat time. We got the heart back, baby. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Derek, we got Kamara is ready to go. Like, I've never seen Mike Thomas so happy to be on a football field. That
He
man
hasn't been on a football field in 3 years.
3
8
years.
years.
his preseason games. He did amazing. Like, we got
Preseason
Shaheed looks
games.
amazing. Got Olave is back. Like, Olave, Mike Thomas alone is ridiculous. And then to have I can never remember his name, Foster Morrow. Jimmy Graham is back for his last year before he retires. Come on.
Okay.
John.
All right.
This is
So-
why fan
Jawan
is short for
Johnson,
Do
fanatic.
that.
This is
Running
why
all
fan is
over
short for
NFC
fanatic
South.
right
Look,
there.
let's
That
talk.
could be a below 500, my friend. We're going like 10 and
I want to
something.
bring this up too. I think the Saints are going to win the division too, and Jimmy Graham coming back is absolutely the most fantastic thing.
I saw that.
It is absolutely the most fantastic. I don't know what
Isn't
Ferg just
it?
put on the crawl. I didn't see
He
it.
caught some passes in preseason. too. Everyone
But
cheered
Kamara
him.
coming back in week 4, and apparently his body is right because his legs were weird or something. I'm not really sure what it is. I think Cooper Kupp is seeing the same body specialist that Jimmy Grandpa is back.
He
that-
is. He wanted to come back. He said he was only coming back.
Well, I think that
with the Saints.
I think Cooper Kupp is seeing the same body specialist that Kamara saw. So hopefully he can get his lower body right and on whatever Kamara said was wrong.
And in the meantime, we got the wrecking machine
and Jamal Williams,
is
right? And to
ridiculous.
be honest, like if Mike Williams is 3/4 of what Mike Williams used to be, then with him and Olave, you might have the best receiving core in the NFL.
Mike Thomas, yeah.
Yeah, Mike Thomas. And
Yeah,
then you got Derek Carr, who is a very, very, very serviceable quarterback.
He is, and I feel like he just needed to be inspired, which sounds stupid, but like he is that guy. Like he's super sentimental, and like just
Isn't that what Drew Brees needed?
yeah.
He just needed to be inspired, right?
He did. And that's what happened. And so, like, I know, like, as soon as Derek got into New Orleans, like, he's talking about, he said, unfortunately, we went to Chipotle first. I know that's not okay. But so he's like, everybody's like thanking him. I'm sending him stupid fan mail over the summer. He's good. We're good. We got that.
All right. So now that we got that all wrapped up, I'm going to do a double one with the commish and Ian. Let's talk about the NFC North
Oof.
and what's gonna happen. Or NFC East and what's going to happen.
Oh, East?
East. For y'all two, it's got to be Eagles and Giants, right? We gotta talk about what's going to happen with y'all.
Yeah. I want to hear
Eagles.
this too.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles in a walk.
Eagles win in a walk, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eagles
they're
on
listen.
injury.
Listen.
Who
Yeah, I mean,
comes in last, though? That's what I want to know.
The Eagles will win that division. They'll probably go 13-4. They're going to finish
That's
a
fair.
minimum of 2 games ahead of Dallas.
Agreed.
Dallas is going to implode. Dallas will make a wild
like they
card.
always do.
Dallas will still win a wild card. And you know what? It absolutely would not surprise me if all 4 teams from the NFC East made the playoffs. If all 4, if the other 3 all got wild cards, I don't think it will happen. I don't think it will happen, but
I don't think it would happen. But if Chase Young got back to being Chase Young, and Bieniemy is actually the play caller, then I think Howell could finish top 10. So at least as far as fantasy is concerned, that puts them in a position that they could sneak in. It's not that many great NFC teams. They all happen to be in the East.
For the Eagles.
They are all in the East. That's why.
Absolutely.
Beating up on each other. So
all 4 of those teams have finished 500.
You got San Francisco.
NFC North is only going to get one. The West is only going to get one.
That's all you need.
And the South is only going to get one.
Yeah,
that leaves the whole division for the East.
It could happen.
Yeah.
Could happen.
All right. So y'all are both going Eagles here. It's not even close.
Not even
right?
close.
Not even close. All right. So then I'll take the NFC West because we need to go to the AFC for Mr. Ferg. So the NFC West, I mean, you gotta go Niners. Right? I mean, they just signed this huge deal to Bosa. That the Cardinals are absolute trash.
Yeah.
The Seahawks are going to be good. I mean, this all depends on, does Kenneth Walker show up? Is he the same back as last year? Does he stay healthy? Is Zach Charbonnet able to step in if he's not? Because you got the wide receivers, right? So you got Lockett, who's always good. You got Metcalf, who's always good. You got Jackson Smith and Jigba, who is, I mean, he looks like the truth. He looks like Chris Olave.
So do you think he's awesome because he's about to be my next pick?
I think he's not a bad pick. I think he could probably wait because he's injured and
is
nobody
Addison
knows.
Still there?
Jordan Addison's
Sky Moore, Pickens is still there. Sutton.
I'm taking Sky Moore before
Sky Moore or Jordan Addison.
Or Pickens.
I'm not touching Sky Moore. I'm taking a running back here. I'm sorry.
She just took a running back, bro. She just took a running back.
Who did she take?
Pacheco.
Oh, I didn't know you did that. Then,
she just took Pacheco.
Yeah, if Pickens is there, that's it. That's mine.
Yeah, Pickens is the pick if he's there. So anyway, you got
Mike. That's for the resident. That's for the our resident.
RJ, nobody
Mike
knows,
Thomas
bro.
is gonna last. RJ.
Nobody knows,
so he's ready.
That's what he said.
He's gonna last till Monday.
Right.
I mean, I give you that.
At least
Monday.
Watch. He's playing every game this season. That
Till
man
it shows up on the injury report on Monday. For your sake, I hope you're right,
Lauren.
I'm telling you, I've been so excited. I've watched every damn train. I watch all their shit on Instagram constantly.
I wish they would have been on Hard Knocks.
Good.
I wish they would have been Hard Knocks. That would have
been a good one, just because it's like cool to see like a big quarterback come back into the swing when there's not. I mean, he's got them so pumped that Jameis is happy to be backing him up.
Well, and not only that, but Jamal Williams is media gold.
Yeah.
Jamal Williams is gold every time he gets in front of the camera. I love it.
I sent you something today, Jeff, I think of his. Like he was talking about beignets, but he was calling them beganettes or something.
Yeah. And he was saying they ain't that great. Right. Which is false.
He also put barbecue sauce on his crawfish, his first crawfish over the spring. They had him out there and he was dipping it and they were all like, oh, God.
Yeah, that's probably not the
14
move.
minutes.
No.
14
yeah.
minutes.
All right. So now let's go to Ferg. Let's start with the AFC South.
Oh boy.
AFC South.
AFC South with your boys.
No, my boys are the AFC East.
Oh, AFC East. Sorry, AFC East, not the South. AFC East. Let's go with the
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
I put my predictions for the AFC East on our Facebook page for the AFC East and AFC West.
Yeah, I did.
So
predictions.
We got Dolphins, Jets, Pats, and
Bills.
So I know. So Jeff, being our resident Dolphins guy, what do we got here, Ferg?
Dolphins if Tua makes it 14 plus games.
Okay. All right. So what else has to happen?
If Tua is dead by week 8, 9, and there's no comeback or he can't play playoffs, then I'll go Bills. Bills I feel they probably have a slight drop off, but that's probably good for them. I'm thinking 12-5 for the Bills. I'm not as sold on the Jets as everybody else. I need to see the product on the field, but I'll give them 10-7 based on paper.
I mean, that's fair.
If Tua is healthy, then I give us 12-5 or 13-4 if he's healthy.
But so I think it all comes down to y'all's running game, to be honest, because if Tua stays healthy, that's great, but you got to be able to run I mean, I know you have Tyreek and Jalen, right, which can take the ball from the line of scrimmage. So that's That's
the thing about McDaniel and them though. They didn't really push the run, but they were able to run with whoever they put back there, just because of the scheme. Because there's never gonna be 8 people in the box unless it's on the goal line.
Yeah,
like they were able to run the ball when they played Skyler.
Yeah,
they almost won that game at Buffalo in December with the last draft pick.
So, I got it. Bills, Miami, the Jets, and I have the Patriots coming in last for the first time in several decades.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to come in last. Yeah. But you guys have the offense, right? Yeah, no, and I 100% agree with that, RJ. He will grow up this year. If he can think straight, because he has been hit 1,700 times.
He's been taking Taekwondo. So
yeah, I bet he has. He needs to
whatever.
You know what he needs to do? All Tua needs is that special helmet that they wear in practice.
Yeah, he does.
Carry over into the season.
What Tua needs to do is remember that he's not at Bama and Jalen Hurts is not over his shoulder and throw the ball away or get down. Just do like Brady and Torrey Holt and all of you cats used to do. Just fall. Just fall down. Don't take the big hit.
So, Lauren, AFC West, who you got?
I'm going to take, by the way, my pick's almost up. I got Cortland Sutton as the next wide receiver. I think I'm going to take him since Jerry Jeudy's out.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick.
Who else
is there?
Pat Freiermuth, David Njoku.
And Njoku might be the pick unless you think you can get him on your wrap.
No, this is the wrap. I don't think I can get him then. Running
back. Might want to take a tight end then. Well, what do you think, Mero? You're the huge proponent of no tight ends here.
Juwan Johnson I can get pretty much last, and he looks really good.
Okay, so if you feel comfortable with that, then that's cool. So tell us the running backs and wide receivers there.
All right, so you got Cortland Sutton, JSN, Jordan Addison, Traylon Burks, Michael Thomas,
Addison.
It's a consensus. Oh yeah, for sure.
Addison.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a second wide receiver in a Kirk Cousins offense. All right, so
now someone took him. So it's Sutton, JSN, Traylon Burks, Michael Thomas, Jacoby Myers, Juju.
Michael Thomas may be the pick.
Zay Flowers.
Juju.
Ooh, Zay Flowers.
Yeah,
I'd take Zay because you're not going to get him again. All right.
No.
So go AFC West, Lauren. Who you got?
AFC West.
Chiefs. Come on now. Stop playing.
It's Chiefs.
So, which one? Now I had a brain fart. Ravens or what? AFC North.
It's the Chiefs. Move on.
Are we about to take somebody past the Chiefs? We only have 10 minutes.
We got to do the North.
Drill on that. Let's go to somebody.
Okay, then go to the North. Go to the North.
Go to AFC North.
I'm going to go ahead and put it out. My man is going to prove to the world that he earned that contract. Even though I was against him, Ravens are going to take number 1.
I don't disagree with you there. It's going to be them or the Bengals, right? And it's all depending on.
I'm going to say Pittsburgh goes 3rd, and then Deshaun goes last.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. They are Cleveland.
How about Cincinnati, Cleveland?
Whoa!
Pittsburgh.
What?
Cleveland second.
Fall into that.
Okay.
Baltimore last.
Cincinnati, Cleveland, Baltimore. I feel
are you predicting an injury for Lamar?
I'm predicting an injury.
Because that's the only way that happens.
There's no way Baltimore comes
Fuck it. He got his money. Fuck it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Fuck it. I got the paper. All he wanted is the paper.
Yeah.
All the conversation. It was never about being MVP or being in the Hall of Fame. It was about getting a motherfucking check.
He got the check. Baltimore. He loves every second of being here. That's what he wanted.
That's great.
He wants to come out. He wants a Super Bowl ring.
All right,
then.
So
he wants to play catch with them little kids and cash that
money.
check.
Fuck the Super Bowl.
Fuck them goddamn kids and their goddamn Super Bowl. We got the money.
You can't pay for shit with that ring. I want that goddamn money.
Yeah.
You can't pay for shit with that ring.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. We just watched the dude. That championship is irrelevant.
That's for high school. That's for high school, man. Fuck that. It's a job.
That's what you're going to talk about anyway.
You don't want to go.
All right, so let me rewind. We won't be as harsh. Once you get the money, okay, great. You want to jump from team to team and try to steal a ring, what's my boy from Fox, LaShawn?
Well, okay, so take it.
If you want to be like Shady and end up with 2 Super Bowl rings from 2 teams, or I didn't even know fucking Melvin Gordon was on the squad.
I saw him in the locker room.
Not play one down. You got your money. You got 10 years. You got retirement. and you got the ring. Now go home, be a high school coach.
And you can go with
if I'm not worried about no goddamn ring before I get my first $100 million though. Fuck
you
them.
go with Chris Jones. Chris Jones thing, right? He's like, I got 2 rings. Like, I don't give a shit about y'all. Like, I'm sitting right here. So we can all agree.
School, yeah. That is for high school.
We can all agree that Kansas City is going to win the West, right?
Yeah.
So not really even close there. The Raiders are probably going to come somewhere with the Chargers. Like, it's going to be really close with both of them.
AFC West, our only predictions should be who's finishing last.
Right. No. So that would be
Raiders or Denver.
Raiders or who?
Raiders or Denver.
Denver.
If we're going to assume San Diego is the second best team, it got to be Raiders
they
or
are.
Denver.
I'll go Denver.
Mario and I are like the same person today.
That's scary.
I'll take the lowly AFC South because I am a Texans fan.
Yeah, it's Jacksonville.
Man, like I'd love to say that Jacksonville comes through and finally does it like that, but man, Tennessee, their defense is actually decent. They have the best coach, one of the best coaches in the NFL, and I don't know. I just don't believe in Tannehill, so I'm definitely going to go Jacksonville because I think they have more talent.
I think
it's closer than you think.
You're drinking whatever Jeff's drinking.
I just think it's closer than you think, bro. Like Derrick Henry is still Derrick Henry.
Debo mind control on him,
right?
And Ryan Tannehill is still Ryan Tannehill.
Again, agreed. But you could say the same thing about Kirk Cousins because the stats probably aren't that far apart.
I'm saying
I don't know.
11 and 6.
As someone who lived through several years of Tannehill, I can never subscribe to a team.
No, look, Ferg, I'm not saying that it's not going to be bad because the AFC South is terrible. Okay, so we're not going to have time to talk fantasy because we kind of interwoven that in our conversation since we've been on. So let's do this. Let's talk MVP. Who wants to go first? Not fantasy MVP, NFL MVP, and if you want to give a little bonus add-on for your fantasy MVP, we'll take that too. We got about 5 minutes. So Ian,
I'm first. Okay, so real life MVP, I'm gonna go Homer here. I'm gonna go Jalen. Finished second last year. I still think he should have won it last year, even missing 2 games near the end of the season. Fantasy MVP, gonna go Justin Jefferson. It's low. It's low hanging fruit, but when you think about fantasy MVPs, you're usually looking at quarterbacks or running backs. I think Justin Jefferson, gets to 2,000 yards before Tyreek does. And Tyreek has been vocal about it. I think Jefferson, even with Addison, even because of Addison taking,
I think it's because of Addison. Yeah.
I think he's a 400-point guy.
All right, Ferg, you writing this down?
Yeah, he has Jefferson, and who's your real?
Jalen Hurts is his real life MVP.
Jalen,
going home there. What you got?
I was debating between Mahomes and Hurts for a real MVP, but I think I'm gonna go Mahomes because there's gonna be a narrative that he did it for a couple of weeks without Kelsey, and then for the fantasy MVP, I really believe Bijan Robinson is gonna have 2,000 yards total.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. I like the 2,000 yards total. I mean, that's a good number. That's Christian McCaffrey stuff. Yep. All right, Lauren, what you got?
Y'all listening out here at home, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. I don't hate that pick.
Lamar Jackson is coming back this year.
I don't hate that pick. I have him in Hoofnagel, so I'd be very, very happy if that happened.
Yep.
All right, Ferg, what you got? Fantasy MVP, Lauren.
Who's your fantasy MVP?
Fantasy MVP.
Or is it the same?
Could be the same.
I'm gonna say Jamar Chase because I now need it.
Fair enough.
I can understand that. All right, Mr. Ferg, what you got?
Real life MVP.
Yep.
I'll step on the ledge. Nobody else wants to step out there. Justin Fields.
Wow.
Bragging on him too.
I did, but I did say it's one of 2 ways. He's going to be trash.
You got to win multiple games. You got to win 10 games to be the real MVP.
I mean, the NFC North don't mean he can't win 10 games in the North.
I mean, there's no saying he can't.
9 to 10 games with
the Lions and the Packers
and Cam season will win him MVP.
Yeah,
that will win him MVP.
Right.
The Chicago's too big of a media market for that.
You
not
know
to
what?
happen.
We didn't talk about the NFC North.
We did not.
That's okay. They suck.
I didn't even think about
They
that.
suck.
Doesn't matter.
But I'll take the Packers to win the NFC North. How about
that?
no,
I can dig that. I can get with that. I'm
going
going Vikings on that.
Yeah, Vikings.
If the Bears don't win the division, then he's not winning MVP.
Okay. I mean,
that's very true.
It's week 0. Can we just throw some shit out there on the wall for right
everybody's
now?
undefeated?
Plus, all of you guys were on Mahomes. I feel like I have to be completely opposite. So,
Jeff, who's your fantasy MVP?
Fantasy MVP. How about Nick Chubb?
Ooh.
Wow.
I would
love that. I don't hate that.
Nick Chubb could lead all running backs in touches, yards, scoring. Now, Bijan could have 2,000 in total because Nick Chubb won't get the catches that Bijan got. But Nick Chubb could easily have 1,800 yards rushing if he stays healthy, 10, 11 touchdowns, and then throw in 25 to 45 catches depending on the weather. That's MVP right there. That's MVP season.
All right, so real life MVP. I'm going to go out on a ledge. I'm going to step on it like Ferg did here and go the opposite direction and go Justin Herbert out on the West Coast to be the real life MVP. I'm going to call 45 touchdowns.
Wow.
Total.
I'm not mad at that.
45 touchdowns, 5,000 passing yards. Wow. He gets 3 or 4 rushing touchdowns in there somehow. Right? No broken ribs. 2 legit, actually 3 with Quentin Johnson, 3 legit threats, and then Austin Eckler, of course, right? So fantasy MVP, I'm gonna go Josh Jacobs.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say he has 50 catches, 60 catches,
that would
about
be nice.
600-700 yards, 3 or 4
That's
touchdowns receiving, and another 1,500 yards rushing. So I'm going Josh Jacobs, fantasy MVP.
RJ's got a good one too. I didn't even think about this. Joe Burrow for MVP.
Yeah, Joe Burrow for MVP, absolutely.
Yeah,
I don't hate it. I don't hate it, RJ, because if he does well, then Jamar does well, and then I do well in a couple leagues, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I would like both of those guys. I want RJ's to become true.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so RJ agrees with me with the Josh Jacobs fantasy. I just think that Jimmy Garoppolo and his weak ass arm shit is going to be throwing like some check downs all day to Josh Jacobs. And who's their tight end now? What's his name?
I don't even know who they have anymore.
Michael Mayer, the rookie, was drafted.
Michael Mayer from Notre Dame. He's going to get a lot of stuff, right? And then Devontae Adams, of course, is going to eat up targets, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just
he doesn't get the long targets now.
I mean, but he's going to get the only long targets that Jimmy Garoppolo can manage.
Yeah.
1 per game until his arm falls off.
Whatever, man. Look, Devontae Adams is still a early to late second round pick. Yeah. And this dude is going to catch still. He is going to have 170 targets, y'all. So, all right. So we've been on for 58 minutes almost.
I am now currently involved in 2 different drafts at the same time.
I love it. All right.
I'm almost done. I just got to pick my defense.
Lauren, final thoughts. How do you feel about your draft number 1 and anything else to finish off the show?
I like so far. I'm good with this draft. I took Jaylen Warren, who's like I take him everywhere except the leagues where Jeff gets him ahead of me.
I like it.
He's like so I like that. I had to get a Saints, so we got the Saints defense. I feel good about it. I'm hopefully we'll take this one this year.
You have to keep us posted because this is now a show league.
Yes.
Team.
Yes, I will.
Yeah. Okay, so you now have to keep us posted. All right. So any final thoughts about the show or on that you want to mention?
No, I just looking forward to this. I'm so ready for this weekend to start. I'm ready for the Saints to get their first win.
Yeah.
Take out Tennessee.
Everybody's 0-0 right now. All right, Mr. Ian, what you got?
Yeah. I am looking forward to another league. It'll be nice to have half as many as last year. I'm actually really looking forward to the show league this year because I think, Merrill, you and I we faced off in Jeff's family league 2 years ago in the finals. I drafted 1.101 in a 16-team league, which is like a death wish.
It's tough, yeah.
I drafted 16th, so we got the same misery.
I'm actually really happy with the team.
You should be. You put together a good team.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that one. Looking forward to 20 weeks with my 4 friends.
Yeah, man. This is going to be a good time. All right, Commish, what you got, brother?
Yeah, I just realized I won both those leagues. I won the
Yeah.
league that just won that, and I won the one last year
You
for the show.
did. You did indeed.
You did.
So
Brag much?
I'm really looking forward to the show league too. I would love for every person that's in the show league to get to talk about their team at least once
Me too.
during the
Absolutely.
season. So I'm putting a challenge out there. Everybody who was on the draft last night, you got to get on the show at least one time to talk about your fucked up team.
I like it.
Except for Detroit Jeff has already made an appearance. He took
Detroit Jeff was on
did.
last night. Yep.
Detroit Jeff.
KB was on last night with us.
Yeah, no, he's got during the season. During the season,
for
to
sure.
talk about
I
like a
love that.
win loss, like if they
I
lost.
know there's a JE fan club right now, so they definitely want to see him.
I think whoever scores the most points and whoever scores the least amount of points ought to come on the show. Every
Ooh,
week.
that's a good
Well,
one.
I mean, I'll already be here every week, so
So Ferg drafted Kelsey and shit, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be here every week.
Whoever
No,
has
for the first 4 weeks, just put set Brandon ready to go.
Yeah,
No,
so he's gonna
that's
be the
right.
least amount of points.
whoever has the least amount of points every
That-
week needs
that'll
to
be
come
Brandon.
on.
Brandon.
Yeah.
That'll
So
be
I'm
Brandon
just-
the first 4 weeks.
I'm
We
just going to
should
throw this
find-
out here. So I'm in a 10-team league with some guys I went to college with. They're in a draft right now. Unfortunately, the number one player did not show up. The number one pick. The auto draft took McCaffrey first, but the second pick that went in a 10-team was Bijan.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Jeff, we need to find some way to have like a graphic on the screen here that shows the standings of the show.
Oh,
league
I'm sure
each
you can
week.
do that. Ferg
Oh, well, we
that.
can
Just
do that.
screenshot.
I mean, that's not a problem. We can do that
Yeah,
because we can just
that's
share
gotta be
straight
up
from
there.
the screen like we did the draft.
Yeah,
So
that's a
every
screenshot.
Monday, every Wednesday, we will review previous week's
Oh
standings
boy.
to
Yeah,
see
Absolutely.
who is in
Absolutely.
line to be the Sacco.
Yeah, like we can have a fuck your team segment.
Fuck
We
your
can do
team
that.
segment,
That
you
would
know.
be cool. I would enjoy
What
it.
happened? And you can explain to us what happened, what you were thinking when you started
See,
fucking Jarrett McKinnon
what
over
happened was
Pacheco or something like that.
Somebody who loses by like 1 point or something
Oh.
like just
Oh,
I would rather lose by 50 than by 1.
What is that? The bad breaks segment?
Bad
Bad break.
Bad
break.
beats.
beat.
All right,
Bad
so
beats.
Ferg, why don't you no, hold on. You close out the show.
Me close out the show?
I'm really looking forward to football, just in general.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
so on a college note, Carolina's first home game is this weekend. I'm a season ticket holder. I'm very excited about football being back and tailgate season being back. Go Heels, baby. I'm excited about that. Ferg, y'all have to come to Chapel Hill. I need to see you that day.
We do need to make that happen.
Oh, so Ferg, I have a couple of ex-players that I'm friends with that have tailgates at the Bell Tower. We're always going to be there. It's free liquor and free food. So I will see you there when that happens, when Miami comes to town.
Tell
and
EJ
you even
to
have
be
a-
there.
Dude, I also have a guest room, my guy, so you can stay here all you want to. And so I'm just really looking forward to this season. I'm really looking forward to fantasy. And this was refreshing this evening. So I appreciate all of y'all for your time and your effort that you put forth to this show. And Ferg, I appreciate you for all the effort that you put into this show for sure, specifically. And why don't you, Mr. Ferg, close out the show?
All right. Again, just want to thank anybody that watched, anybody that asked us any questions, any comments, people that were watching in the background that didn't really comment. Hopefully, we will pick up. We can talk shit about your team just like we're talking about our team. I'm actually on the clock right here. Hold on. So let's
What you got?
I'm gonna throw this out here. Cup, Gibbs, Connor. I'm going Amon Ra. I don't even know why I'm asking you guys.
I don't even know why you're asking.
Yes.
I'm in
Yeah,
Ross
let's
the
go
pick.
Amon Ra. Why is he still here? Okay, so yeah, we just want you guys to just join us on our journey. We're going to talk a lot of shit. We're going to make sure that Lauren has a lot of wine next week. Everybody has their cups. We'll probably get sufficiently blown before we get on the air, so eyes will be red to match our backgrounds. But other than that, you got any questions? Like our page, follow us on YouTube, subscribe, follow the page. You know, we don't do this because we're the fantasy
Click that alert
footballers.
button.
We just,
Click that little
we
bell.
just do that because
Yep.
we like to fuck around with you guys every Wednesday night.
Hey,
and talk a
click
little
that
shit.
bell.
That's what it is.
Click that bell. Tickle the bell.
Share that
Make
shit on
sure.
Facebook.
Yep.
Share this shit on Facebook. Tell your
Instagram.
degenerate league mates. I know you're in 87 leagues. You can get at least one person out of every league to watch. That's how I got RJ. I dropped that in the league, and now we got RJ here.
Good. RJ needs
Really
to come
does.
on with us.
We
one
do
week.
need
Yeah,
to get
for
RJ on. I will talk to him, see if he can
Oh.
get on. He has some interesting opinions. In
Speaking
our
of,
other league.
EJ said
25 new followers a week. That's what we need.
That's
look.
what it is.
EJ said he was game for next week. Joe said he was going to get back to me next week.
Oh, EJ, that'd be good to talk week one after with EJ.
Yeah,
Yeah,
EJ,
I was gonna wait and let Clint say that. I know we have some some really good guests lined up last year. We had some really surprising guests.
We had some good guests.
People that were really good, like EJ and Eric Ebron. Yeah,
EJ was on last year. Ebron was on last year.
That's my guy.
So we're gonna work for some. We got something sneaky good. Hopefully Clint has something in the bag that he's about to pull out a Pro Bowl multi-millionaire cornerback that might make an appearance on the show.
One of the best to do it at the time. You didn't throw to him.
So we're working on that. So y'all stick with us and we'll try to keep this thing in the road here.
Indeed. So all right, well, if anybody have anything else to say?
Go Birds.
All right. So until next week, Clintonian, Ian the Champ, Kamish, Big Ferg, Lauren, fuck your team. Have a good night.